Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new day of All Creator Live, and I am back playing more No Man's Sky. And today is a very special day, not only because it's Sunday and I never stream on Sundays, but I've officially started my vacation. Woohoo! Hello and welcome. Oh, Francis, hey, it's been a while. I saw the name and I was like, what's that say? But yes, it's good to see you again. And yeah, I'm back. And to make up for the fact that I didn't stream No Man's Sky on Thursday, because I was too tired, I'm streaming No Man's Sky today. But yeah, I've started my vacation. That means I'm going to be streaming whenever and whatever I feel like it. Today they always do a weekend poll, or they always do a weekend mission in No Man's Sky where they reward like 3 times the amount of Quicksilver that they usually give for the daily Quicksilver mission. And that's what I'm going to be doing today, along with whatever else strikes my fancy. But yeah, I do plan on playing a lot of other games on my vacation, not just Pal World, like I said. All the other times I was talking about my vacation. But yeah, there's going to be updates to No Man's Sky soon. There's going to be updates to Genshin Impact. And of course, there's already been the big update for Power World. So those 3 are probably ones that I'm going to keep going back to this month. But I do want to try and finish up some things. Like, I definitely want to finish up Cat Quest, so I can get started Cat Quest 2, so that I can get started Cat Quest 3, by the end of the year. Oh, I was sitting there wondering, why does my wall look like that? It just hadn't loaded yet. That's another thing I wonder about, is like, why do they have several layers that have to load in? It makes me feel like maybe there should be, like, you pull out a gun, you shoot at the wall, and, the kind of layering effects. You don't really see anything. But with the fact that there are, like, multiple layers that load on base material, or any material, really, in No Man's Sky, it makes me feel like there's supposed to be damage when you do stuff like shoot at walls and things like that, but you don't see anything like that, so it just kind of confuses me. I'm wondering if it has something to do with 3D mapping. I don't know much about 3D mapping and how it works, but I know that there are new techniques. I mean, I used to, when I was in high school, because the technology was so new, they used to teach us things like that in computer class, like 3D mapping and stuff like that. So I know how it works, but now there are new techniques that have been coming out. Obviously, it's been like 25 years. Of course, there are going to be new techniques, but the whole mapping that renders objects as having a 3-dimensional look to them, I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm just used to the old-fashioned 3D mapping where it's like a single layer over top of a 3-dimensional object, but now they've got all kinds of new techniques out that I have no idea how they work. Alright, so the Quicksilver mission, the one I'm talking about, this is actually the first time I'm going to be demonstrating this too, because I don't stream on the weekends. Oh, I should probably grab my fish first. Make some space for more fish to show up later on in the stream. But yeah, the Quicksilver mission I'm going to be demonstrating is way different than the usual Quicksilver mission that you can get once a day at the Nexus in the Space Anomaly. Also, keep in mind that this mission is not really for new players. You have to be kind of You have to have a beefy character in order to go through them, because they'll usually take place on the most extreme planets, sometimes even with the most hostile enemies. And depending on what kind of mission it is, it can sometimes involve doing things that will see you fighting really strong enemies. So, if you're looking to do these Quicksilver missions, make sure you have a character that's prepared for it. So basically any character that you have that has at least gone through one expedition, I would recommend using. Like, say you start No Man's Sky and the first thing you did was go through an expedition. I would say use that save file, because it's more or less the same thing that you get. The type of mission that you get during this Quicksilver mission is the kind that you would see, the kind that you would do in a milestone through an expedition. Alright, so there it is. Civilized space, construct an outpost. So we got one of the more easier ones here. Alright, so you can go on these missions by yourself, but if you're not confident, you can do them with other people if they're in your party. That's mostly what these Quicksilver missions are designed for. But yeah, don't worry, just get in your ship and it'll take you right to the location where you're supposed to do stuff. Now you have to do this at the specific location that it takes you to. So, I mean, if you want to, you can try and cheese it to make it easier on yourself, but I wouldn't recommend it, because a lot of times the missions involve doing stuff in certain weather conditions. So my recommendation is just to follow what it is they tell you to. It might be more difficult, but you know, that's the whole point of it. You know, these are all designed for more experienced players. So it looks like we're going to be building a base on a cold planet, probably an extreme cold planet. I'm a little close to somebody else here. I hope I'll be able to. I mean, it looks like we'll have enough space. I don't know, there's another guy right there. They're putting us right down in between two other bases. This is a nice planet. This is the other reason why I like doing these weekend Quicksilver missions, is they take you to some really nice locations that you may want to make a permanent resident. Not only that, but sometimes they'll take you to places that have unique creatures that you won't see anywhere else. And because of the Nexus mission, it's like become one of the more apropos things for me to do, is to look around for the creatures on the planet I'm on to see if they're worth taking with me. Nah, that one's kind of lame. So there are 7 on this planet. Not only that, but finding all of the creatures on a planet rewards you with... Ooh, this one's nice. This one's really cool. I'm taking this one with me. I mean, it's very unique looking. I've never really seen a 4-legged one with that kind of head before. Crazy. Banana head. I think that's what I'm going to call him. I'm going to call you Banana Head. Maybe. I don't know. Hold on. Let me take a look. It isn't ASS, so... It is an ass creature, so yeah, let's adopt it. I think this is also, because it's in a tundra location, it's going to have frost moves, and I don't really have too many creatures that are that type of element. So, well, let's see.
What is your favorite kind of multi-tool? For me, it's the experimental pistols.
Oh, my favorite type of multi-tool. Okay. Hold up. I'm going to show you. I really, really love the anomalous ones. Like this one, the Gift of Silence. I have another one too that's my favorite. The only problem I have with this one is you see the little red thing there? I think it's supposed to be in the middle here. So it's slightly glitched. But I think this one, in my opinion, is the coolest looking one. Even though the anomalous ones are mostly meant for scanning, they have a higher scan rate than any other form of weapon. I think they are the coolest looking. The other one I have, I think, is really neat. Hold up. Is this one. I got this one more recently, like a month or so ago. This one I want to work on next. It's fucking sick. And then, of course, there's the one that we got for the most recent expedition. I added that to my library, too. The Dire Wasp. It looks cool, don't get me wrong. I really like it, but it just doesn't have the foreboding eminence that the other weapons do. You know? I do like the red X on the side there. That looks awesome. But another cool feature that I really like about certain guns is the fact that they'll have like the little HUD display on the back of them. The anomalous guns don't, but that is like one of the big determining factors in whether or not I'm going to keep a gun.
I do wish we could hold our multi-tools out in a sort of holstered pose so that we can show off the multi-tools we have at the Nexus like our stabs.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. You know, because the thing about the stabs is when you're holding them, they have two different positionary animations. It's the standing and the moving animation. The guns don't have that. They just have moving in general. So they could do that, you know. They could make it to where we could holster them, or they could be on our back or something. Nah, I don't actually know. Come to think of it, because of the amount of decorations that we can have on our back, depending on what it is we choose, that might not look great. But it would be cool to be able to holster it somewhere while we're standing. That way we could take even cooler pictures, you know? Alright, so let me take... That's what I was going to do. I was going to take a look at this guy's stats. Because he's on a frozen planet, so he's probably got... Yes. Frost element. Which is good. Because I've been trying to expand my repertoire of different types of elements. So I've been collecting certain types of creatures that I find on these weekend expeditions based on their element. So now I finally have a frost element. We'll work on him. Yeah, what's the point of collecting cool stuff if you can't show it off? I think the whole reason why they don't allow us to show off guns and stuff in the space anomaly is that it's supposed to... The space anomaly is supposed to be a friendly zone. I get the lore behind why you're not supposed to pull out your gun in the space anomaly. It's just I'm saying it would be nice, you know? There is one way you can show off your gun in the space anomaly, though.
And by holstering, I meant holding it pointed down for rifles or at your side for pistols.
Right. There is one way that you can show off your gun in the space anomaly, though, but it's kind of expensive. I mean, literally expensive. IRL money. You have to have a VR headset. In VR, your gun is basically used to scan and to do certain interactions because its trigger is supposed to kind of compensate for the fact that you can't go first person or you can't go third person. So while you're in the space anomaly, you can pull out your gun if you're in VR, and you can show it off that way because other people can see your hands and what's in your hands. So that's one way you can show off your gun. But, you know, you need a VR headset in order to do it. That's the thing. Alright, let's see. What are the other creatures on this planet? I know this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, but that was my one and only frost element creature in my party, so I need to find more of them. I'm hoping that's not the only good one on this planet. But yeah, if you are looking for good creatures to add to your team, the weekend mission, you should go on it because it's definitely going to take you to some very unique places. Places that you may even want to make your home, you know? Because this place looks nice. It has really nice trees. The creatures, though, look kind of weird. That's a baby one, huh? Yeah, that one ain't all that great either. I have a feeling I've already found the best creature on this planet. Alright, well, let's find it. Woo, jeez! That came out of nowhere. Alright, let's find a place to build this base. Oh, jeez. Trees popping in. I think they thought I was going to be going in that other direction for a while. Where's my plane? Where's my ship at? So they despawn trees to spawn them in somewhere else. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes, also I want to welcome you in, Jack. I'm sorry, I know that you're not... Oh, excuse me. I know you're not Francis, but I was talking to you thinking that you were Francis. The text-to-speech program I have gives everybody the same voice, even though it's not supposed to. In its description, it says it's supposed to give people different voices, but I don't hear it. But yeah, Jack, welcome. It's nice to meet you. Oh, and don't get... I know you're new, so I want to remind you, don't get used to this, me streaming at this time of day. The only reason I'm able to do this is because I'm on vacation right now, so... Alright, let's make the base computer, just make this stupid base so I can get on with trying to find other creatures. And what's wrong with putting it down here? Oh, I am within another person's base. I thought I was. It must be... Oh, wait, what? Am I, like, right on top of somebody else's base? Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. Well, that's an easy solution for that. Where's my ship? Oh, I came over to my ship. There it is. Beep, 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 beep. So this planet doesn't have extreme weather, which is nice. I have a feeling they only took us to this location because they wanted us to, look at this beautiful place. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they pick certain regions not because they're difficult, but because they look nice. And they don't want to show them off. I think they have, like, 1 or 2 people dedicated to finding locations for the Quicksilver missions. Why can't I land? There we go. Gee. But yeah, if you yourself want to do this mission, if you are watching this right now and want to go on a... I think I am experiencing stick drift. My character's doing weird stuff. Yeah. Definitely going to recommend that you go to the other side of the planet from what they recommend, because it looks like they're recommending this to everyone. So we're just gonna fly to the other side of the planet. No sense in trying to find a location around here because of how many bases there are. Hey, come on. Something weird's going on with my controller today. I mean, I ain't worried too much about it. If the problems with this controller start to go too crazy, I have another new controller. Currently hunting for ship parts. Yeah, that's a thing you could do. I used to do that a lot until I made my pirate ship. That's the whole reason why I was doing it. I was trying to collect a bunch of parts to make a pirate ship with. And now that I've made it, I'm kind of going to stop doing that for a while. I got kind of it gets kind of tiring, but I know a lot of people tell me, oh, you should use creator mode and stuff, but I'm like, nah, I like the challenge of doing it in survival mode. Plus, if you do it in survival mode, because with creator mode, it's not really the same as survival mode. You don't really have the same limitations. You do it in survival mode, and you still can basically change the settings to make things harder if you want. So you could have survival mode turn into your hardcore mode if you want to. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Alright. There we go. So yeah, if you're going to do this mission, go to another place on the planet than what they recommend, because it looks like they're recommending the same spot for everybody. I'm just saying that to anyone who watches in the archives. But yeah, Jack, since you're new, I just wanted to let you know that I am on vacation, so I am streaming at a time that I usually don't, on a day that I typically never stream. Because I'm usually at work at my weekend job right about now. Or coming home from it, actually. It's after 8 o'clock now. Oh, wait, what was that? Ah, forgot to check their stats. That was it over there. No, that's not good. Alright, let's make this base, and then we can look for the rest of the creatures. Now, they'll tell you what to build when you're on this weekend mission, so you don't really have to worry about how they want it built. They'll just tell you what to put down, and you just do what they say. Because don't worry, you could just delete this base afterwards and claim all of the pieces. Yeah, I am experiencing stick drift. Oop, I need more glass.
I do wish NMS could handle bigger builds. I'm part of the Galactic Hub and I wish it was possible to build proper cities people could live in.
Oh, I know. It gets really difficult because of the fact that you're playing with other people, though.
We have colonies, but usually that just means a planet where we all build our bases on.
Right, exactly. It can be very difficult to try and get things to work out in a group to where everyone can build the same city, but I've seen it done before. I've seen people all coordinate and make giant cities together. The thing that I find upsetting is that, you know, because of the restraints of having a certain amount of building material, people don't get so imaginative with them, but, you know, occasionally you'll see one or two really elaborate cities, and that's cool, but if you're not going through it with a whole bunch of other people, it just kind of feels empty, you know? I wish there was a way, like, I know this is hard to program, but if there was a way to, like, plop down NPCs, I know that we can use the Wonder Projector to kind of fake it, but it would be cool to just be able to plop down NPCs in populated cities like that, so that they would feel more alive, you know? Because it's one thing to be able to create a city, everyone can do that. A lot of people have done it. But the fact that you're walking through an empty city just kind of feels, you know? But that would be a lot to ask of the No Man's Sky, of the team at Hello Games, to just be like, well, I'd love to be able to plop down NPCs, and I don't know. I know that they have them randomly spawn in the settlements, but it's like, that's a completely different type of function from the types of cities that we can build in bases. Alright, let's make glass. You're having to look through stuff. There. Nope. Nope, that's sodium. There's the silicate powder. Oh, no. I don't need that much. About that much, because I think it's going to ask for more stuff that needs glass.
Jackson Parker Devil Haired Fox said, we still need the ability to customize our settlements and place buildings exactly where we want them. Why not?
I know. It's kind of hard, but you gotta also understand that they don't want to incur any copyright infringements or anything. With everything going on with Power World, it feels like any corporation's just going to come out of nowhere and be like, we're suing you because this looks like our stuff. I mean, I'm not a Nintendo loyalist, but I can understand why it is they're doing that to Power World. But at the same time, they're being jerks about it. They're trying to find any reason just because Power World's popular. And that's wrong, because there have been so many other games that have ripped on Pokemon. Ugh.
Hello everyone.
Hello, welcome. It's nice to meet you. Martin Bond. Or wait, what's that say? Martin Boyd. Hello, I hope you don't mind if I call you Boyd. But yeah, you also gotta take that into consideration. They don't want to copy too many games heavily, you know? They have to have their own distinction in the way that they create these things for their game. Otherwise, if it gets to a point where it feels like they're completely ripping off someone else, then they have to worry about being sued. Alright, and now they want us to make a box. 2 boxes. No, 6. Oh, okay. Well, I think I've built this before. And it was on a frozen place just like this one. Whoa. Oh, okay. It was because I was in the menu. Excuse me. Alright, cuboid room 4. The glass ones, right. We'll build them up here. I think that looks neat. Yeah, like a skylight. Twin flag awnings. Oh. So this isn't exactly like the one that I've built before. They have some decorations to this one. Oh, there they are. Over there. Okay. Yeah, I might have to swap to my brand new controller because I can already feel that this one is starting to get stick dripped. I could try and clean it out while I'm on vacation. That helped with the last controller that I had. Helped it last for like a couple of years. Oh, right. I didn't want to build this like that. I want to kind of have both of them back to back. A little uneven, but whatever. Construct flag. Let's put that on top of the base here. It's like a good place for a flag. Oh, 2 flags. And let's see the other one. That one. I did that, didn't I? That's what these are. Do I have to put them on the base? Because that seems a little unnecessary. Put them over here. Yeah, what the hell? I hate the way they spin. It's so counterintuitive to what I'm doing. Or to where I'm standing. Though you should probably, if you're doing this yourself, you should probably go into first person mode. It's way easier to build. Okay, now we upload the base. Looks like crap. I don't like it, but I don't care. It's done. I'm going to delete it, and then I'll get out of here. Mission accomplished. Oh, fuck. I forgot where I put the... Okay, there it is. And there we go. And I'm making a weird movement. Outpost design uploaded. Mission complete. Delete base. Alright, so it's going to get rid of everything. But all of the parts are going to be placed into a kind of catch that you can't physically see, but it exists. And if you ever want your stuff back that you've spent making the base, you can build... Let's see. I think I'm going to have to go to where it is. I don't think you can build it on anything other than a base. Yeah, it's not available in the main, in the regular menu as well. Let me finish up this Quicksilver mission. I'll show it off. I was going to go look at the other animals, but I've already discovered one. So that one is the one I'm going to keep. I don't really care about any of the others. So yeah, that's the Quicksilver mission complete. I thought it was going to be a much more difficult planet. I mean, granted, it didn't have the most... It didn't have the best weather. But, you know, it wasn't extreme weather. What the hell? This is part of somebody's ship. Another thing that I like to do on the weekends is see what kinds of builds people create. It takes a while for them to load in. Oh my god, look at all the parts to that one. What the hell? It just kind of looks like a mishmash of stuff. It doesn't... I know... Okay, it's not done loading. Alright. Whoa. Oh, he built like an altar thing. With a weird demon thing on top of it. I gotta take a look at this. That's pretty cool. That's an interesting idea. An ancient ruins. Oh no, it's gonna leave. I think I saw it. The thing. No, I want to look at it more. Yeah. Oh, sick. How did he get that to animate like that? That's fucking cool. Yeah, he built like an altar. And he's sitting down in a chair. That's freaking crazy. He built a demonic altar.
Jackson Barker Debu Harry Fox said, looks like something out of Warhammer.
Really? Well, I'm not going to doubt that there are fans of Warhammer here. Oh, okay. I was wondering why he was sitting down. He's in his cockpit. Okay. This is crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, crud muffins. Well, I'm going on a ride. I didn't get off the ship in time. I'm probably going to be in space. I'm not going to be on their ship. Oh, I am. I'm on their... How am I still on their ship? I'm in their system. Well, now I've got to get out of here. Great. This happens sometimes. Whee! Goodbye. Thank you for the lift to wherever. Have fun wherever it is you're going, I guess. Alright, there's my ship. Your ship will follow you to wherever. But, you know, if you end up really far away from it, you can always just summon it to you. There you go. So what I need to do now is get back to the space anomaly. Get out of this guy's system, because I'm sure they're not fond of me being here. I know space and jumping into the infinite vastness of space seems scary, but don't worry. You'll be fine. Alright, let's turn in my mission and get my Quicksilver. So you can see I get 1,800 Quicksilver. That's more than 4 times, actually. That's more than 4 times the usual amount. That's like 4.5 times the usual amount of Quicksilver you get from a daily mission. So it's definitely well worth it. Oh, they changed the banner at the bottom there. That I don't remember being here. I don't know. I could just be getting old. Alright, so I have 3,070. I don't think that's enough to get the thing that I'm looking to get. I'm mostly buying up all the most expensive stuff first. I think all I have left is the Atlas Bauble. Out of all the baubles there are to collect. Yeah, I got Nada and Polo. I think the Atlas Bauble is the one that's left. Yeah, there it is. And I'm just a little bit short, but that's okay. I still have the daily mission to do. Once I get that done, I can claim my Atlas Bobblehead. And then I'll have all the baubles. Okay, so typically, you don't have to worry about going back to your own system once you complete a weekend mission, because it will take you there automatically. But because I was in that other guy's system for a brief moment, I think it might just kick me out into his into his system, because that was the last system that I was in before I went on the weekend, or before I finished the weekend mission. But we'll see. We'll see where I go. Okay, yeah. We are getting sent somewhere. But whether it's that other guy's system or my system, I don't know. But it's definitely not the system that we went to go on the weekend mission. So if anyone out there would like to keep the system memorized that you go on with the Quicksilver, just make sure you go to the space station before you leave that system. And then it'll keep a recorded history of where you've been. You don't even have to do anything at the Quicksilver, not the Quicksilver. You don't even have to do anything at the space station. You just have to land there, and it'll save it into your teleportation locations. But yeah, I'm in my old system, so thank goodness it didn't take me back to his. So I'm in mine. Imagine if I had warped there to his place and there was a space battle going on as soon as he warped in. And I was just on the outside floating in space like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. That would have been funny. But at the same time, I've never experienced that, so I don't know if it's set up to happen. Then again, that guy's probably already got his system well mapped out, so a random space battle won't happen to a system that you've been to before. So let's go and save just to make sure, and then when I come back I'll do the regular daily mission, but I have to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna leave you guys with some music and stuff. Remember, I did just get done eating breakfast, so I just wanted to play immediately because I wanted to do something so far on my day, on my vacation. Alrighty, everyone, enjoy the music. I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes.
All Creator said, "Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying the music. If you're watching in the archives, now would be a great time to leave a like." Ike said. Oh boy, a load screen. Ike said. For a game that failed at launch. Ike said. I hear it's better now. All creator said. Ah, sorry you feel that way. All creator said. Yeah, it's a lot better. All creator said. Also welcome, I will be back soon, had to use the toilet.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let me see. Your name was Ike. Hello, Ike, if you're still there. But welcome. But yeah, it had a really rough launch. But it's improved a lot since then, and it's coming on to its 10-year anniversary. So, you know, good news, we're going to be seeing another update, along with the ones that have already been around forever. I'm sorry if I look like I'm doing weird stuff. I'm trying to clean off my controller here. There we go. Alright, so let's do the daily mission to get more Quicksilver and try to get that bobblehead. Think I'll pull out the old pirate ship for this one. Looks like a good landing if I've ever seen one. Also, if it looks like my internet connection is working really well, it's because I'm streaming early in the morning for me. A lot of the people in my household aren't awake right now, so a lot of the internet isn't being used. That's a good landing. Is it perfect? Nope. Just a little bit off, but that's okay. Alright, let's see what they have available. I'll do it whatever it is because, well, typically I like having specific missions pop up on the weekend, but because I'm streaming, I'm feeling generous. I'll do whatever it is they tell me. Kill 16 monstrosities. Alright, that's not that bad. At least it's not something like, defeat 16 sentinels or something, because, you know, that can end up being a mission that never ends. Just keep killing and killing, and they don't stop. They don't stop. They just keep coming. No. Alright, so we have to go to the infestation, which is over there. Take my ship. It'll be faster. So that way. How far away is it? Alright, that's not that far. But yeah, a lot of us are hoping for a really big update, something maybe even story-wise, lore-wise. But if not, that's fine. We did already get a big lore drop this year. Where's the... Maybe it hasn't loaded in yet. Yep, it's right here. Maybe it's on the other side of this mountain. Nope, it is. I was right over top of it. I'm looking for a building to pop up. I might have gotten here too fast. Let's load, let's land and see if something loads. What? There's no water around here. What? What? Aquatic landing? What? Aquatic landing on what? There's no water. Alright, so where is it? Where's the... This is crazy. This is so insane. Something's malfunctioning. I'm experiencing a lot of craziness today. Alright, let's go back up into space because there's something weird going on. It's not... The mission area is not loading. Now we'll go back down and we'll see if it loads this time. It's saying approximate location, so I don't think they want me to search for anything. Maybe this isn't the approximate location. Maybe I should land. Alright, well, at least this time it wasn't an aquatic landing. Now, okay. So it's not the approximate location. Or maybe it means it's approximate to the idea that we're close. That must be it over there. It looks like a building, kinda, but it's a little dark, so it's tough to see, really. Could just be a hole that's shaped like a building. Nope, that's it. That's it. That's definitely a building. The hole that's shaped like a building. I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of holes around here. I was just thinking maybe one of them was building shaped. Alright, so I'm going to do this the easy way. To anyone else who gets this mission, I highly recommend using this method. So, the infestation and the things they want you to kill show up when you destroy these eggs right here. That's what you want to kill. These are the abominations. And of course, they're going to freak out as soon as you start shooting at them. Alright, so the reason why you want to get up on the roof to do this is they have 3 different attacks. One is their claw attack, which is what they do when they're really close to you, and it doesn't really hurt at all. So they don't do it that much. The second one is they spit acid, but they can only do it to things that are adjacent to them. They can't do it if you're higher up than they are for some reason, even though it seems like that should be a thing that they can do. It would definitely make them a lot more difficult. But their third attack is the most dangerous one. Is their lunge. They will lunge at you, and if they hit you, they will knock you back. And that's not so bad, but the fact is that typically, even if you have a lot of armor, it'll do like half damage to your armor. And that's not good. Or at least a quarter of damage to your armor. And that sucks. But the thing I am mostly afraid of when it comes to fighting these guys is sometimes when they lunge at you and they hit you, they will send you flying. They're like, literally, it's like a bug that occasionally will happen with them if too many of them hit you at once, maybe, or maybe it's that one of them hits you twice in a row accidentally through some kind of odd spamming. I don't know, but whatever it is, they'll send you flying like to space. It's a weird glitch. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does happen. And the fact that there is still a chance for it to happen freaks me out a bit. So that's why I like to fight these things like this. And it's these abominations specifically that do that. There are abominations that show up when you're fighting the giant worms that show up on infested planets. And those abominations, they do the lunge attack, but it's the same exact type of lunge attack. It just does not bump you really far. Not like these ones do. These ones, when they use it, they'll bump you really far away. And sometimes if you're unlucky, they will hit you so hard that you'll go flying into space. So yeah, watch out for that if you're looking to do this. I do recommend standing on top of the building. It is the easiest way to do that mission. But if you're looking to be a bit daring, there are ways to do it on the ground. There are several different ways that you can approach that mission. But the most daring way is to just, play keep away. Just dodge and weave a bunch. And it's not impossible. I've done it before, and I've showed that off on this stream before. But, there is more of a chance that you'll end up incurring the wrath of that glitch. I'm wondering if I've even shown off that glitch on this channel before. I don't know for sure, but maybe I have. Why can't I land there? Oh, because he's already... You son of a... This is my landing spot. How dare you? Well, can I at least land in the water? Something's going on with, Can I not? Don't mark that, please. Can I take the marker off? No. And I can't get out of my ship unless I land. We gotta find a place to land, I guess. There. I don't know why it wasn't letting me land in the water. It let me land on the ground and it called the groundwater, but... I don't know. Game's a little buggy today, I guess. Alright, let's head on back to our pirate ship. I'm not saying that No Man's Sky is a perfect game. There is always some jank when you're playing it. And it's not always the same jank. But it is at least a very surprising game. It will surprise you with its jank. But then again, when you look back on the past up till the present, there is no such thing as a perfect game. All video games have jank in one way or another, and if you don't think that, then you're in denial. Video games have always had jank. That's just the price that comes with creating art. Sometimes it's not as perfect as you like to believe that it is. Even if you're its creator. I mean, because in general, art is subjective. So it's always going to be subjected to the idea that it's not perfect. Alright. Complete mission. There we go. It gives us 400. And I think that was the only Quicksilver mission that I had. I hadn't played the game at any other point this week. Nope. Alright. Cool. Alright. Let's go get in our ship. And go up to the space anomaly. Once I unlock this bobblehead, I'll just go around and do a bunch of the regular stuff that I do. And then we'll call it a day. I mostly wanted to stream No Man's Sky right now because of the fact that I didn't stream anything on Thursday. So this is kind of a make-up stream for the fact that I skipped out on it on Thursday. But I stayed at work for a couple more hours longer than I normally do, so I wanted to make up... Well, not make up time, but make more time is what I meant to say. I wanted to make more time so that I could get more pay this upcoming Thursday. And that way I'll have a little spending money during my vacation so I can buy snacks and all kinds of stuff to have fun. Alright, where is... There it is. Atlas figurine. There we go. Alright, that's all of the bobbleheads. Now, what expensive things do I have left to get? I think there's Ship Trail and Starship Trails. Yeah, those two right there. Those 2,000. Hi Dragon, thank you so much for following and are subscribing. It's very kind of you. Right, yeah, I think it's just those two trails that I have left as far as the most expensive stuff. that I have left on the Quicksilver list.
The all creator live archives. Said. I dragon I as follow.
Awesome. Okay, those are all inexpensive. I see anything below 1,000 as being inexpensive because I could buy like a bunch of them with one weekend mission. But with the rest of these, I kind of have to, everything over like 1,000, I have to kind of save up Quicksilver in order to get it. Alright, cool. So after I get those 2 Starship Trails, I'll have bought everything that's over 1,000 Quicksilver. And then I'll just begin the arduous process of buying all of the inexpensive stuff that's 800 and lower. There is one thing on here that's always going to be over 3,000, and that's the egg. The living ship egg. That's always available to everyone, and you can buy multiples of them because you can get multiple living ship eggs if you want. But it's not necessary, and I've already bought one of them, so I don't need to buy another. So if you have seen that while I'm scrolling around in the Quicksilver menu, I mean, if you have that keen of an eye and can spot when I pass it, then that's why it's still in the Quicksilver menu, because technically I bought it, but it's an item that you can buy over and over again. It's like the fireworks. The fireworks are the same thing. You can buy them for Quicksilver and then just keep buying them as many times as you want to. They'll always be available to purchase in the Quicksilver menu. Alright, so let's go do our regular daily stuff. Go down to our capital ship. And... oh, I don't even remember if I sent my ships out on expeditions last time I played. There we go. I might not have anything to retrieve, but that does not mean I don't have to send them out. Send them out now. And then pick them up later, next time I play. Nope, I did not. Ah, well. I'll send them out on expeditions now. I have plenty of tons. Alright, let's see. We've got 2 trade, 1 balanced and 1 industrial, and 1 combat. Alright, we'll do the industrial one first. I think we have... here's our industrial guy. And... we'll send the Leviathan with him. And the Ship of the Doomed. That's good. That's good enough. So we'll do this trade mission. Then 2 trade ships, because we've got 4. We've got a lot of trade ships. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, that's more than enough. Let's send it out and out. And I like to do the ones that have the most time on them first, because those are the ones that you get the most from in terms of reward. Now both the balanced. That should be enough. Yep. And our only combat mission. We'll send a raider to go along with him, as well as recon. That should help. Yeah. And lastly, the last trade. Expedition. Those 2 will be enough, but I want to send all of them that away. We get the max amount of rewards from each ship. Alright. Well, they're all sent out and raring to do whatever it is they need to do. So let's... Oops. Teleport to our settlement. I still can't believe that I'm already experiencing stick drift with this controller. It's been like 2 years, but still, that's not a lot of time. The very first PlayStation 5 controller that I got, I had that one for 5 years, and granted that last year I was experiencing a tremendous amount of stick drift, but it at least held together up until that point. I mean, I'm not experiencing it now after cleaning off the bit of the controller that I did clean off. But the fact that I had it to begin with was a bit questionable, you know? Alright, Settlement 1. Go to Heart first. I have a feeling we might have to... No, it doesn't say anything. Like, it doesn't say that there's monsters there or sentinels or anything, so I shouldn't have to fight anything when I get in there, but if I have to, I will. Ooh. And to anyone wondering, yes, I have a lot of energy drinks. One of the things that I ordered to stock up on for this month was like a 40 count energy drink supplement thing. You know, the stuff that I usually drink, the powdered drink mix, the one with taurine in it. So I've got lots of energy drinks. It's just, I just woke up a couple hours ago, so I'm not that tired enough to warrant drinking something. Once I get done with this stream, I'm going to stop for a little while and do a couple things around the house, and then I guess I'll stream some more. What I will stream? It depends. I kind of want to stream some Palworld. I was going to make that the first thing I streamed, but I realized that I had not done the weekend mission yet. Because we had a really good time yesterday. It was my nephew's birthday, and we bought him a whole bunch of stuff. I helped him figure out a couple of things with his controller for his Switch. His mom has to buy him a new one, though. Speaking of stick drift, his Nintendo Switch controller has died again. This is like the second time out of the 4-5 years that he's had his Switch. This is the second time that specifically the left Joy-Con controller has crapped out. It can't receive a charge or anything. The same thing happened with the last one. But this time Bella was looking around and she found like a more generic controller that looks like a regular game controller that works with the Nintendo Switch. So she's going to buy that because the name brand, the actual Nintendo controllers, they're like $80 fucking now. And she was like, I'm not paying that much. And I don't blame her. That's a ridiculous amount of money to pay for a controller. And not to mention the fact that if it's not going to last that long, it was going to last like 2 years at most. That's fucking ridiculous price to pay. So my nephew's waiting until Monday till his new controller gets delivered. And until then, he has the right Joy-Con controller, which still works. So he's going to be playing some of the games that we got him for his birthday, only with the right the right Joy-Con specifically. And that's a bummer because that means he can't play all of the games that we got him. And that makes me a little bit sad too, because I got him Tomodachi Life for his Switch, which is a brand new game that came out this year, and he's been looking forward to it, and now he can't even play it. And I'm like, no. You know? I didn't say that, obviously, but in my head I was like, no, because I knew he's been looking forward to it. And I wish he would have come to me with this problem before, because we could have gotten him a new controller for his birthday, you know? But I guess maybe in his brain he thought, that's a waste of a present, I'll let them know later. And if that's the thing, I'm like, no, it's not. Just let us know and we'll get a replacement for you. Gosh. I know that a generic controller isn't the most ideal thing to buy in the world, but they still work. They don't sell PlayStation 3 controllers anymore. I found that out like 5 years ago, because I was looking to get a brand new PlayStation 3 controller, because I gave my nephew my old PlayStation 3 controller, and I realized, well, what if I want to play a PlayStation 3 game? So I bought a new one, and, you know, they only have generic available anywhere online. You can't buy a brand new PlayStation. You can't buy a name brand PlayStation 3 controller anymore. And there are only generic brands available, but they still work. The ones that I got, they work perfectly fine. I got 2 of them just to be sure, you know, because that's just how I am with controllers now. The way that a lot of companies make controllers these days, you may as well buy 2 when you go to pick up one, because you don't know how long the one's gonna last. But yeah, if worst comes to worst, I'll just switch to the new one. That one, this one isn't even doing that bad anymore. I think cleaning it like I just did fixed it. It was probably just a small thing that got stuck in there, and now it's fine. Professional pest controller, and gets rid of galactic trading floor. A wary looking visitor, worker Gyaxa, has arrived. They have asked to join the settlement. They present themselves as a pest controller of some renown. They feel they have much to offer us. Sure. Alrighty, get to work, Dale Gribble. Let's see what that does. Oh, gosh. Anytime you enter your settlement, pick up your production items first before you go into the, before you do the pending decision. Because you don't know what that decision's going to be. I'm lucky that it didn't take that much, you know? But I'm guessing I probably had more than 4 tons on hand. So it kind of wasted like a couple of tons. See, the way production works is this amount up here is the equivalency of what you make in a day. So however many units a ton is worth, divide this number by the amount that a ton is worth in your system, and you will see how many tons you produce within a day, within, you know, this time frame here. So basically, it's been about a week, I want to say. A little over a week. Because I last played last weekend. So yeah, that was a week. It's been about a week since I last played, so maybe about 5-6 tons is what I make every week from this settlement. So that guy probably took about 4 tons. And that sucks, because I could really use that, but still. Yeah, make sure you do this, you check the status of your base first before doing the pending decision. That was my mistake. I'm not going to do that with this settlement. Now, each settlement has their own specific, depending on what buildings you put, each settlement has their own specific abilities that are better at producing things than other settlements. Whoa, I can see the grass down there. What the hell? Oh, the grass is already loaded. I can see that. What the hell? Are we experiencing a problem here? But there goes more grass. This isn't how things are usually supposed to look when you're loading stuff. The swiggly screen is supposed to yeah, that's what you're supposed to mostly see. You're not supposed to see things loading in. It's like they just realized it. Oh shit, we're supposed to be blocking all that. Oh, they're supposed to load in all the stuff first before they load in your character, because if your character loads into a place before all the other stuff gets to load, you're going to be floating in space. So that's why I was a little worried there for a second. I was like, oh my god, am I going to be in space when I load here? Maybe it's because it's the weekend and everyone's online playing at the same time right now. But the game's kind of buggy right now. You know, the servers might be a bit of an issue. I may have to swap to normal play in the future if I decide to do this type of thing again. You know, stream while doing the weekend stuff. No, this one produced about the same as my other base. So I'm guessing the pest control guy probably didn't take that much money from me. It didn't look like that much, but, you know. Okay, what do we got here? Expedite live repairs, shut down for refurbishment. I've already tried shutting down these facilities for refurbishment, but that doesn't seem to do jack squat. So I think I'll just get a little bit of debt and increase my productivity, you know? So if this option ever shows up for you, in my opinion, if this was real life, I would immediately shut down the facility to have it refurbished, because that seems like the responsible thing to do. But in this game, that doesn't give you jack shit. The facilities still end up needing the same thing still ends up happening, regardless of whether or not you choose this. And if anything, you just put yourself into debt for no reason. So always pick this option. It seems to be the only option that makes sense, you know? Because the debt can be repaid, and at the most, you end up getting more productivity out of it. Though me personally, if this was real life, I would have the place immediately shut down to be refurbished. Because it's irresponsible to not make the place safe for everybody before opening it back up. Doing live repairs, that never really seems to, you know, be the good thing to do in real life. But, ah well, this is a game after all. Alright, back to the vacation hut. Settlement's complete. Raider frigate's complete. Okay, that only leaves fishing. So, we'll go grab the rest of our fish and turn them in. How long have I been streaming? I do want to make this a 2-hour stream. I did not mean to do that. Because I only took a screenshot. Oh, I've only been streaming for an hour and a half. Alright, well, maybe I should find something else to do. I mean, I typically always do when I am doing a regular scheduled stream. But I hate to leave this as is, you know? We could find something else to do. And as you can see, I organized everything from the last time I played. I told you guys I'd do that on the weekend. That's one of the things that I do enjoy doing on the weekend is cleaning up my games. Making sure everything is neat and orderly for when I stream for you guys. That way you guys aren't watching me do dumb stuff like this. Huh. That's weird. Oh, I know what this is. This is something that you use to decrease the time for the freighters when they go on, or for the frigates when they go on expeditions. That's why. Because I typically always just use those. Never have a space for them. Alright. So is everything in order? Let's go do some missions. I think my ship was parked somewhere else. I also kind of need to take a picture too, come to think of it. I'll make it mission related. Maybe I should have taken a picture on the planet I was at when I was doing the Quicksilver mission. The weekend mission. Meh, it's too late now. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys where it is you can get the stuff. It's not going anywhere. Literally, when it's in the catch, it's not going anywhere. Woo! Going through the wall. Ghost ship style. Woogity woogity woogity. You know what? I could show you guys now and just teleport back to this space station. I don't know why I'm belaboring it. Yeah, this is my first vacation hut. You know, it has been a while since I've made a vacation hut. I was thinking of maybe doing that sometime soon, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is we have to do when this next update hits. It's got 1 week left. The anniversary of No Man's Sky is on August 9th, and that's not this Monday, but the Monday after. So you have 1 week to announce something. So I don't know exactly what the update's going to be about, but I should probably set aside some time to do that. Ugh. This base looks weird only because the planet changed so much from when I first built this base, okay? So a lot of the stuff's going to be floating off the ground because the terrain changed and the ground isn't where it usually is. Isn't in the same position, so don't mind how everything's floating. Alright, so once you do that Quicksilver mission, that type of Quicksilver mission where you have to build a base and you delete the base, don't worry about deleting the base and all the stuff, because this right here is where it's going to go. Make sure you build one of these first. This looks like the same thing, but it's not. It's an antimatter reactor. This is something you can build to make antimatter for you, so you don't have to keep constructing it yourself. But I don't see any use for it, since I tend to build antimatter myself, you know? It's no big skin off of my nose to build it myself. But yeah, you go into it, and there's all the stuff that I built for the most recent thing. And in the menu, I think it'll be located in here. No. Yeah, there it is. Base salvage capsule. Yeah, you build this and it holds all of your base parts whenever you delete your base. And don't worry if you don't have this built yet. Once you delete your base, it remains in the game's cache. But if you do want to collect the stuff from the cache, then you're definitely going to have to build this, because this is the only way to access the base cache. Alright, let's teleport back to... that space station. Chicken Wings 5. I always think of Gur when I think of the name of my, of this place, of this solar system that I've made my home on. I hear Gur's voice every time I say chicken wings. Chicken wings. Oh boy, a picture to take. How convenient, I need one. Alright, we'll do this first then. It's probably going to be at the same location that all the other ones have been. They're gonna have me go to that same holographic projection thing, whatever it's called, I forget. I hate that they make me do that every time I get this mission. It makes no sense. Alright. Come on. Oh, they want me to go somewhere to a different system. Finally. I was worried they were going to send me back. Oh gosh, I'm going somewhere really far. Ooh, yeah. I can't. Where the fuck? Oh, this is all the way back at my other old base. Wait, what? Huh? Oh god, watch. No, it's just the system right next to me. Either that or it's telling me to go... No, it's the system next to me. Why did they have the line go all the way over there? It's like, alright, now Mickey, it's like, what's, MapQuest or Google Maps assistant, whatever they're called. Take a left. And now go 30 miles down that road. Now take a right. And make a U-turn. Now go 30 miles in the other direction. What? I was just supposed to go next door? Why the fuck did you take me all the way down the road? Alright. So I've been to this system I don't know how many times before, because this is also the system that they send me to when they want me to do stuff for the Xeno Arena battles. I don't get what it is about this system that is... It's like my next door neighbor system, but they always want me to go here. For various random things. Oh boy! Battle time! Who are we fighting? Who's the bad guy? Ah, there, out that way. Alright. Fuck you. Pirate battle. Nice. So, earlier on in the stream, I mentioned that you'll never get into random battles in the system you've already been to. But that does not apply to to pirate battles. Oh fuck, this guy's stuck in the ship. Really? Oh jeez. This is gonna make it hard because I gotta hit him, but he's stuck. But yeah, this does not apply for space battles because you can get several different types of space battles. Space pirate battles. So you'll never get the same space pirate battle twice. But that does not mean that you won't get space pirate battles. Walk. This guy's got the ultimate strategy, being stupid and knocking into the damn ship. I know how to lock on. I'm just not doing it because it propels me forward. Oh, thank God. Alright, so hopefully the next guy isn't stuck inside the ship we're trying to protect. Damn it. No. Wait. Is that him? Oh yeah, his ship's gone. Okay. Or his shield's gone. Fuck. Yeah. Half the time, whenever it is you're in a space battle, these guys want to fuck around inside of the shields. And that's not good for them because it can get them stuck like the other guy was. And technically, that's not a good thing for me either. But, you know. Alright, so to anyone wondering, this is also how you get a free freighter. And that's why I said that the only reason pirate ships or pirate space battles are the only ones that you'll encounter over and over again in the same system is because there are several different types of freighters that you can win by saving them. This is a really cool freighter. I like it, but I'm not getting rid of my old freighter, the Cold Hand. I've put too much time and effort into that freighter. And it's a shame that you can't have more than one freighter, because I feel like I'd take this one in a heartbeat. It looks really cool. If it's a Class S, I'm gonna be sad because I'm not gonna be able to take it. It would erase everything that I've done on my other freighter. All of the work that I put into it, that I've crafted, it would all be gone. That would make me sad. Oh God, it's a C. I mean, it looks really cool though, don't it? Decline. Sorry, you could just give me the money instead. If you don't want the freighter that they offer, you can always choose a monetary reward. And they'll give you, well, this one, he gave me nanites and I think a bulk freighter head. Oh, as well as some gold. And that's it. Alright, cool. Thank you. But yeah, that's what a space pirate battle looks like. When did I run out of... And that's a good way to get a cargo bulkhead. They never used to do that, though. I don't know when that changed, when they started giving out the cargo bulkheads, but as far as I am concerned, that's not worth anything because I already have all of the space unlocked on my freighter. Like I said, I've worked on it for a long time, so it's kind of a waste. That's weird. He gave me gold. Why do I have silver? I don't know. I'll take silver, though. I like silver more than gold. It's more difficult to find in the solar system, and there are a number of more things that you can do with silver than gold. Oh, not in this system. Alright, back to the mission. Do I still have it locked on? Oh, yep, there it is, I think. No. That is a pretty planet, though. I think I have to go back in my log and, yeah, it swapped over to the settlement mission. That way. Or... the client requires photos from a frozen world. Oh, they just want me to find a frozen world. It doesn't matter which one it is. I think it was the one I was looking at. Radioactive. Wait, there it is. Frozen world, perfect. Frozen planet. This is good too, because this is where because the planet that I did the Quicksilver mission on was a frozen planet, so I can get a picture here and it'll kind of be like I took a picture on that frozen planet. I don't know. I'm gonna say that, but it's probably not really. It probably doesn't have the same plants. Oh, however, the frozen planets do tend to always have the same types of trees. This one doesn't, though. This one's definitely way different. Oh, yeah, this don't look nothing like the planet I was on before. No nice trees at all. Just those weird spikes everywhere. Let's land and take a picture from up here. You know what, let's do a pose. I've been partial to, where is it? I can't find it. I think it was this pose, the ponder pose. You know what, I'm doing the heroic pose this time. With my new outfit. Should suit the wilderness. Keep in mind, this is also going to be a thumbnail. I like it. That's good. I think that's good. There. Picture taken. Return to the mission agent. Now I can do this from the space station here in this system or the one in my system. But I'm gonna go back to the one in my system because that way I can just pick up something else. You also have to keep in mind that the missions that you turn in, you'll get rewards for the race that you'll be turning them into, like the system that I'm in, that I'm going to be going back to, is a Vakian system. And wait, where's the... oh, there's the entrance. I thought I was at one of the other sides. It's along the side. It's a pill-shaped star. It's a pill-shaped station But the entrance is on the side of the pill, not the ends. This is also a Vakeen system, but it might have different missions that I don't want to do. So go back to chicken wings. I gotta do stuff for my boys at Chicken Wings. I'm gonna be making some lunch later. I got a pizza in the fridge. And I got some chicken nuggets as well. I've got a bunch of Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna spread it over the nuggets along with some bacon bits that I got. Cook them up that way. Tastes really good. Have them along with the pizza. I'll have a nice big lunch. Alright, the ends justify, raid a depot, survival of the fittest, kill one predator. That doesn't seem worth it. Go all that way just to kill one creature and then leave, jeez. Curious tastes, kill 3 sentinels. Why is that called curious tastes? Kill 10 creatures, that seems like such a barbaric thing to do. Ugh. Well, these are all level. These are both a level 1. I can only expand them if I start doing them. Ugh. Ugh. I've got to start working to increase my reputation with the Merchants Guild. So, wait, where's my? Oh. Alright, we'll go to a planet that sucks and do it. I think we have a parasitic planet in this solar system. So I'll go there. A lot of the creatures aren't Caustic Nightmare. I think this is the one. Yeah, it has fungal mold on it. I haven't scanned any creature. Well, that'll just make them easier to locate, I guess. The Wobbler. I named this one the Wobbler because this place was named, someone else got here and they named it Chicken Wings 5, which sucks because I wanted to name it after my channel. I wanted to name it the All Creator Live Archives, but you know, the abbreviation of that, so it would be Tala, T-A-L-A. But I just ended up naming that the planet, and then I changed the name of the planet to Watermelon Earth because an update turned our blue oceans into red. Oh god, it's so fucking dark. Whoa, 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 is it dark? Okay, there's a mountain here. This is also an infested planet, so it might be difficult to find a landing spot, because infested planets have mountains like crazy that go really high up and dip really far down. So typically you're only really able to find a place to land ooh, there's an island over here, but I can't see it that well because of how fucking dark it is. I'm just fortunate that this planet has islands of any kind, because islands are always flat when they spawn. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna wait until morning because... hell if I can see any creatures in this darkness. Also, it'll give time for people to see how gross this planet is once the light comes up. So, I won't have too much of a problem killing the creatures on this planet. Even if they're nice, they're still kind of gross. It'll be like going on an extermination mission. You don't want to kill bugs that are in your house, but they're in your house. You got to get rid of them. They spread diseases. Come to think of it, I don't even know how long it's going to take for the sun to rise. This is a pretty big planet, so it could take a while. Well, there's the infestation. Majority of it. I don't know where it is. I can't see because it's so dark. Giant worm. Oh man, and we landed right near a grub. This is a tight worm. It's not really a grub. It's not going to cause that much of a problem as long as I don't destroy it. But sometimes creatures do spawn around them. So the monsters can only spawn on islands sometimes. There we go. There's one. Well, these guys don't seem that bad. I feel kind of bad now. I thought I was going to see like bug creatures, but nope. Well, might as well make it quick. Sorry. I'll try to think of something to do with the meat. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not cool of me to just go around killing you guys like this. As you can see, they're not totally defenseless. They won't be happy when you kill stuff. Or kill their friends. Just like how it is. Oof, we got a living... I like to call them living storms. Living storm down there. When No Man's Sky was first announced, one of the things that Sean Murray talked about is that they were going to have the animals remember stuff, like you would get on their bad side if you could destroyed one of their kind. But they eventually decided to take that out. Man, we got a living storm over here. But they eventually decided to take that out because it definitely seemed like a problem. And I'm happy that they did, because I mean, imagine trying to make friends with a creature when you've accidentally destroyed one of them, you know? Or having an entire planet of creatures that hate you simply because you've accidentally destroyed one of their kind. And that can happen in this game, especially if, like, you're in a exocraft. If you, drive around in an exocraft, you can accidentally hit creatures and kill them. So yeah, I'm glad that that was something that they decided to take out of the game before it launched, because it definitely would have caused some difficulties with playing the game. I already killed that one. Oh, vengeful guy coming this way. Alright, have we gotten 10 yet? I don't think so. Well, that one's already dead too. We gotta get back to the ship until this storm subsides. It's making it really difficult to see. At least this way I can... Ooh, lightning storm too. Wow. I don't think it'll strike my ship. I don't think... I've never had that happen before, but I'm not saying it can't. It might. Did I get 10? It doesn't say here. Okay, it does there. I got 8. Need to kill 2 more. I'll wait till this storm's over. Oh. Well, there's a double rainbow at least. There's the worm. You can kind of see it at the corner of the cockpit there. It's not a long one either. It's kind of a shorty. Storm's still going. Yes. Yeah, man. How long is the storm going to go for? It's cool that we could look at a double rainbow, though. I mean, I thought that it... Okay, there we go. I guess that's why we haven't been seeing any of the thunder, because it's just taking a while for it to clear. And there goes the rainbow. It's disappearing along with it. Alright, 67. Okay, let's find 2 more. I don't want to kill them, but it's just 2 more that I gotta find. And I gotta keep remembering that it also shows corpses. So, might have to go down onto the ground. Or, I don't know, I don't think I can hit birds. I think I got it. I did. Anyway. Yeah. That's the only other creature I see is the birds and these things that are up here on this island, but I don't see any others. I might have to go down onto the ground to discover more things, unless more spawn up here. Oh wait, I think some just spawned. No, that's just the corpses of the other 2 I killed. Yeah. I'm gonna keep getting confused with that. Because me moving at the same time as I'm looking, it makes me think that they're moving, but they're not. Okay, they're not moving. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's all. I think that's all this island had on it was 8. I don't think we're far enough away from this location to get any more to show up, so I've got to fall down here and look around on this ground. Ah, gross. Well, there goes a new type of creature. Doesn't matter what creature, as long as I can kill it. I don't think I can kill the flying creatures. Oh, there we go. Shit, out of bullets. Yeah, you're right to run away. I'm not a good guy today. Alright, well. That was a rock. Okay. 4 out of 6 creatures discovered on this planet. Oh, there go the others. That would be number 5 over there. Whatever that is. Whatever that is. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's one of these weird two-legged creatures that have like just
SJ plays.
2 legs and a head.
Hi, Jason.
SJ, it's good to see you. Hello. It's been a while. Hope you're doing okay. Let's see if I can find the last creature on this planet. That way I can collect the reward. There it is. Oh, it's one of them fast-moving underground creatures, isn't it? Shit. It's not going to be easy to find. Or scan. There. Ah. Oh, you're scannable? Oh, that's not it, but... Crap. Yeah, the Titan Worm is never scannable. That's what freaked me out. I saw the red dot on it.
Yes, sir, I'm doing just fine. What about you?
I'm doing okay. I'm on vacation. That's like the ultimate doing okay. It's like the best feeling.
Early streaming.
Yes, because I'm on vacation, like I said. So I could stream whenever I want, and I'm going to stream whatever I want. I'm not going to adhere to a schedule. I'm free to do whatever I want. Dang it, now I lost that creature. Ugh, I just gotta hope that I find another one. I've got to be careful though. I think over there are worm nests on planets like these, and if I get too close to one, giant worms will spawn and try to kill me. Not only will they spawn, they'll also spawn a bunch of little abominations, and I already talked about how annoying they are.
SJ plays. Said. Yeah, giving time TP yourself is good.
To yourself. TP myself. Just wrap myself in toilet paper. And go outside and pretend I'm a mummy. I can do that. I could do whatever I want. I'm on vacation. Woo. Sometimes it feels weird when I go on vacation because I'm...
Sunday stream.
Yo, Bryce! You're here saying the exact same thing that SJ just said. Yes, I'm streaming on Sunday because I'm on vacation, so I can. I think I got it. It's kind of stuck on something. There we go. I think that was it. No, it's the stupid tentacle tree thing. Oh, damn it. Where are you? Oh, there's another one. Nope, just more freaking tentacles.
SJ plays. Said. How about you start webcam too?
No. While I'm on vacation, I like dressing whatever way I like to dress too, so... Obviously, it's not going to be something that Twitch or YouTube wants to show people, so... There's the thing. Gotcha that time. Haha. And that's all 6 creatures on this planet. Got 1,500 nanites. Nice. I don't remember seeing that. I saw birds, but they didn't... Okay, well... Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Well, that one looks pretty neat. One of these ones always make me laugh. And this is the one that took the longest. Looks pretty cool though, don't it? I've seen worms like these before, but I've never seen them with this type of a head. We've got like a predator appearance to it.
I know I'm asking it a little late, but wars you type in woman, what video you look for?
Hold up.
Bryce Campbell said, PNG avatar would probably work better with Twitch for Jason SJ. SJ plays.
Yeah, I guess it would.
Yeah, typo is a thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to make out what you're saying. Oh, are you asking me what type of woman I'm looking for? I don't know. That's kind of a personal question, really. One that I don't know. I think about it a lot, but
Bryce Campbell, I agree.
What type of a woman would I want to look for? What kind of a woman do I look for? I don't know, someone kind-hearted, someone who won't mind my corny jokes.
SJ plays. Said, not only, but what's your taste?
It's my taste? Oh, I hate to sound typical, but I don't want one that's too overweight, you know? I don't mind if they're too tall or too short.
SJ plays. Said, ha 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 ha, same.
I mean, because I've gone out with overweight women before, but a lot of times it didn't really matter to me, but now I gotta think of like the health implications that happen with that, because I had a girlfriend for about 4 years and I really loved her, but she was slightly overweight, and she ended up suffering from a brain hemorrhage, which caused her to pass away. So now that's like something that I really want to pay attention to, is like the health of the people that I talk to or make connections with, you know, like especially if it's someone that I'm planning to go out with and marry and things like that. I feel like that should be something that goes without saying, is you have to consider their health, because it's at the time I was young, so I wasn't really thinking that much about it, but you should really concern yourself with a person's health if you're going to go out with them, because there are a lot of problems that can occur.
I'm so sorry about her.
Yeah, that happened well over a decade ago. But yeah, you should really consider a person's health when you're looking for someone in this big wide world. Not only because, you know, it's going to be detrimental to your own life and the way you live, but like, I hate to say it, but there are some people out there that have like genetic diseases that can be passed down to you and your kid, and you know, things like that, and they won't even tell you about them, you know, and then the next thing you know, you have it, and it's something that you gotta consider when you're looking for somebody. And I hate that that's a world that we live in now, because it never used to be like that. It used to be people were more honest with their partner, but now people are just such assholes. They don't even want to tell you when they have like a life-threatening disease. And I get it. It feels like that shouldn't matter, but at the same time, you're kind of betraying that person's trust by not telling them about that, you know? But yeah, that's not what happened to my old girlfriend. It wasn't anything like that, but her weight is what ultimately did her in, and it really made me think about who it is that I look for when I'm looking for a partner. So yeah, it never used to be a huge thing for me, but now it has become kind of a thing. So I don't want anyone that's too overweight, and I know that sounds very typical, but there are good reasons behind it at this point. Um, I don't know. Other than that, I'm not too picky. I used to not be picky at all, but now there's just that one stipulation that I have to mention. I mean, I'm not the greatest looking guy in the world either. So as long as it's not anyone with any underlying health conditions. But even then, if they do have like certain health conditions and they share them with me, it might not be that much of a bad thing. But I guess what you're asking for is like first time impressions kind of a thing. So as far as first time impressions go, that's one of the things that I keep an eye out for. But other than that, I'm not terribly picky. I mean, if it's someone that's beautiful, that's awesome. I'm pretty sure everybody wants someone that they're either secretly or very much attracted to. But I'm not that superficial. If it's yeah, if it's like if it gets to that point where someone just isn't my cup of tea personally, then I usually break things off with them, because that's been my main thing when I've been trying to go out with someone. I haven't been looking for the past 2 years or so because I've been more concerned with trying to keep my job and stuff. But when I was going out for a while there, 2020, 2024, between that timeline when I had a lot of free time and my job felt more secure and I didn't have to work as much as I do these days to make enough money, I was going out quite a bit, and the women that I was going out with were all very self-centered, and it was kind of a turnoff. But it wasn't like I'm going to write you off completely if you act that way, because I like to give people second chances, and I know that's not a good thing a lot of times when you're looking for someone. But I tend to be very forgiving with that. But that is ultimately what causes the breakup, is that they end up taking too much, or they end up asking for too much, and it gets to a point where it doesn't feel like they're a part of my life, more like I'm an accessory to their life, if you know what I mean. I try, because I know for a fact that some of them will probably end up watching my streams because they know that I stream. Some of them do. And, I don't want it to feel like anything too personal when I say things like this. But yeah, they know how I feel. So, a lot of times when I'm talking about the type of person that I like, I try to avoid certain subject because I know certain people like that will tend to watch my streams. And it's not like we ended relationships in bad terms or anything like that, like we hate each other to death or they're stalking me or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just, they're friends and that's it. But yeah, I don't really talk about that too much. Sorry if that's such a cop-out, if it doesn't really suit you for an answer, but that's all I got. It's just such a personal question. It's very embarrassing to talk about in some ways, because you want to say things like, oh, I'm looking for someone with this and that, and then it's like when you do meet that person, but they're completely absorbed, it's like, then is it my problem because I look for a person like that? You know, because I've gone out with women that I think are very attractive, but the fact is that they all end up like coming off the same way, you know, is they end up being very self-absorbed, and it's like they want to take you out of your life so that you could be an accessory to theirs. I've already said that, but you know, it just doesn't really match the way I want to live the rest of my life. This is what I'm saying. Alright, since we did that, we'll make up for it by killing one predator creature. Just to offset the imbalance that I've had. Alright, so the other thing is that predator creatures are kind of hard to find. But I do know of one system where I can always go to and it's always available there. I've built a base on it. I'm thinking it's Buhyaka. But yeah, sorry if that's not very descriptive. I mean, I would like to go out with someone that I'm attracted to, you know? But I always feel as though that's like a first step thing. That's a first impression thing. Because there's always... I feel like there has to be kind of a romantic connection between the person that you want to go out with, you know? And if you're not attracted to them, at that point it feels like you're just lying to yourself if you want to go out with them. Ooh, no. Oh, yeah, this... No, this is not the place. No. Oh, wait, there is a predator species here. Ow, son of a bitch. What'd you get? Alright, there. Ah, crap, I forgot. Now I gotta wait until daytime to warp out of this place. Son of a bitch. Oh, wait. Can't I just fly? I think I can. They have a space station here, so I could just use that space station. If not, I'm gonna have to wait until daytime to use that portal. Oh no, please tell me there isn't a space station here. I'm not seeing the indicator. Crap. I am trapped here until... I warped here. Screwing myself over. I'm gonna have to wait in this cold hellscape. Until daytime. On a planet filled with creatures that constantly try to hurt me. There's another one. Hey. Get out of here. Okay. I think my... Yeah, I think this base is enclosed enough for me to just sit here and wait. But yeah, first impressions mean a lot to me. Like, if a person is attractive, then I'll go up and I'll talk with them. But if I feel like there's no connection there, then I probably won't pursue it any further. That's typically how it is. Like, there's this one girl that I think is really cute at work. I talk with her a lot, but I don't think there's any kind of a connection there, so I don't go any further other than, you know, the usual type of hello or how things are going at work, things like that. You know, the same type of chatter that I have with anyone else. But that's what I mean when I say that I'm looking for someone. And as far as looks go, they don't even have to be that unattractive, you know? As long as they don't have like leprosy or something, I'm sure it's okay. I went out there with this one girl who had a great personality. This was back when I was in high school. But everyone thought she looked hideous and had like a horse face. And I'm not going to say that she didn't have a big nose, because she did, but I didn't really care that much about that. She was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed hanging out with her. But, ultimately that relationship kind of went under because it was more of a physical thing. We were both really young. We were teenagers, and that was about it. And she had a really great body. I'll say that. But other than that, it's all about how things go when I talk with someone, you know? Like, if I'm attracted to them, I'll just initiate conversation. But then after that, if the conversation's kind of either isn't there, or they seem more self-absorbed than anything, or if they're kind of rude or crass, or if they say things that are just not in alignment with the way that I feel, like they start talking about being MAGA or something like that, or they are way into Donald Trump or something like that, that kills it immediately. I'm just like, yep, I'm not talking to this person anymore. Oh, and I guess I should say another thing is, like, definitely someone not too young, Like, I find that the best avenue when you're at my age, 40, is someone that's like 10 years younger is like the earliest. So since I'm in my 40s, I'd be looking for someone, the youngest I'd be looking for is someone in their 30s, Anything more than that, I'll feel a little gross. And when I was in my 20s, I was looking for someone like 5 years younger than me. You don't want to go out with a teenager when you're in your 20s. That's way too creepy. So you kind of make that adjustment as you get older. But you definitely don't, in my opinion, after you get to a certain age, you don't go past 10. Like, for instance, my father went out with a woman who was half his age, and everyone in the family felt like that was a little bit wrong. But they loved each other, so we just kind of let it go after a while. But even me, myself, I don't really like that idea, because if you're going out with, if I was, say, in my 50s or 60s and I was going out with someone in their 30s, I wouldn't feel right, because at some point in my life, I'm going to start to get too old, and I won't be able to take care of myself. And that'll feel horrible for me, because then they're going to have to take care of me, and it'll feel like the rest of their life is going to be spent taking care of me. And then when I pass away, who's going to take care of them for the rest of their 30 to 40 lives, 30 to 40 years? That feels like such a robbery of their life, to expect them to just love me no matter how old I get, And I'm not saying that it's heartless, to love somebody older than you, or love somebody that's, half your age. There could be like a connection there. It's just the whole intimacy thing and whole marriage thing, that just seems wrong, because it's robbing that person's life from them, They could be doing so much more with their life than spending time, wasting their time with you. And then when you get to a certain age, you can't take care of yourself anymore. They have to take care of you. That's taking away the rest of their life from them, and that's just not fair. So if you want to be a good partner, you have to take that kind of thing into consideration, because otherwise you're just kind of being selfish at that point. If you're trying to go out with someone who's way too young for you, you're just being super selfish at that point, when there are plenty of people maybe around your same age that you could be going out with. But yeah, for me at this point in my life, 40, I feel like a woman in their 30s would be perfectly fine. Alright, so it's daytime. Now I can go back to the... Oh, Jesus, there's a storm going on, too. No wonder I didn't decided to not keep this base. Got so many things wrong with this planet. Dirt for sale. That's where I'm at right now. Where's chicken wings? There it is. That's weird. I didn't see a space station. Why is it? Oh. Maybe it was on the other side of the planet. Shit. Maybe I could have just flown to the other side of the planet and been there. And I know some people will be like, oh, race. And I'm like, I don't even fucking consider race when it comes to loving somebody. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you if you do. I realize that can play a role for some people in determining stuff like that, but not me. Ooh. That means in order to kill that Sentinel quad, I'd have to kill so many Sentinels until that quad showed up. Ooh. That's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to do that at some point, but not right now. Raid a planetary depot. Nah. I'll save that for some other time.
Campbell said, I do much prefer people focus on themselves overall. Myself, we may be social creatures, yes, but as you pointed out, if one party dies or is no longer here, you only have yourself.
Right, that's true. And as a lot of people I've talked to have said, I mean, I agree with this, but I don't hold it as one of the stances that I have. Is a lot of people say you should probably focus on your own life first before going into a life with somebody else. I wholeheartedly agree. That makes total sense. But for me personally, the only reason why I don't follow that kind of a rule, or I don't think about anything like that, is you don't know how long it's going to take for somebody to get their life together, either financially or emotionally or physically, you know. And for some people it might be a little bit unfair because it's just either they're physically not capable, or they're financially incapable of having their life together. And there are a lot of people in this world who need help, just in general, either financially or physically. And you don't want to hinder your relationship with them if that's the case, because it could make the relationship even more meaningful if you're with someone that you're fully intended on making a partnership with. I mean, for instance, I brought up my father recently, and he was going out with a woman who was half his age, but she also has a physical disorder. And for a while we didn't know that. And now that he's older, even though he's a lot older, he's still taking care of her. And that's very sweet, you know? I mean, the way that I see it, her family 100% loves my dad. And if they can forgive him, then I don't see why I shouldn't have, I don't see why I shouldn't, you know? I feel like the entire reason why our family was upset with him to begin with is the fact that, you know, he was basically cheating on our mom, and of course there's going to be problems there. So it's not like we were angry at him for who he was going out with. It's the fact that he was cheating on our mom that we were upset about. And he understands that, you know. It makes sense. I mean, it would be weird not to be upset over something like that.
Jackson Parker that will hear fuss. Said. Tab back and I see you're also a small freighter enjoy LOL.
Oh, yeah. The cold hand is my baby. I've had it since the beginning, so it'll be hard to leave. Okay, sure. I could give you a base tour. Well, we've got 3 main parts here. One of them I'm still working on. This, obviously, the center part of the base here is my museum, basically. I like to put a lot of things that I've accumulated throughout my travels in No Man's Sky here. Depending on what it is I get determines where I put them, you know? We got the entranceway over here. That area over there is like, I want to say this area over here is the communal area. It's not very worked on, but that's only because this planet was mostly intended to be a community hub for everyone who watches in the stream. Like that building over there, for instance, was one that former stream enjoyer named 4K built. This area over here was mostly just going to serve as a place where people who watch this stream could come hang out and build stuff, but there's nothing over there because, you know, I kind of wrote off that idea after I started getting trolls popping into my stream. So it kind of didn't seem like a good idea to have a section where people could build stuff. This area over here is the one I'm still technically working on. This is where all of my Corvettes park. But the biggest part of it is going to be up here. I should take the camera out to show you. So this is where I'm going to be building a autophage settlement kind of mining area. I'll show you the interior of the mine later. But there's like the whole starting building area here that I've already built. I want to build a tower up there and a small little village right around here, you know? But it's basically kind of gonna serve as a mining hub. But yeah, we got this little area over here. That's where you guys have seen me run through that tunnel to get to the pirate ship landing area. Got these large areas. Basically everything over here is going to be autophage themed.
Jackson Parker Devil here class. Only that looks awesome though. One team of terrain swallow the base again after a while.
No, this entire cave system and everything built within it, it's all natural. None of it's been carved out. But the parking area for the Corvette, yes, that area I did carve out. And if there was an update to happen that would cause all of the dirt here to come back, it wouldn't be that much for me to fix. I could just carve it out the same way again. As long as I have like this area and that area visible, I know exactly how much to carve it out for with. But in terms of like the mining area, this area over here is a little bit carved out, but it's really only the stairs, you know? All of the other stuff, like this building and the building on the inside and that building, that's all built into naturally formed areas. So if an update happened that caused a lot of the ground to go back to where it was, I could just easily carve it all out again. But yeah, I don't think the terrain would change that much. Like, the terrain at my old base changed, like, a little bit, but that's only because a lot of the stuff was kind of built there with my terrain manipulator, and that's why it changed so drastically. So ever since that happened, I kind of avoid using my terrain manipulator when it comes to building bases. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for this base so far. And yes, my freighter is a small freighter. It's my cold hand. This is the first freighter I got. I built a whole bunch on it, and I don't feel like losing all of that, you know? So I don't really care if there's a new freighter that comes along that looks way better than the one I got now. I'm gonna stick with my cold hand. But another thing, I guess, because this is a very adult topic we've been talking about here with relationships and everything, I guess I should also mention this to anyone who's actually out there looking for somebody, is like, you gotta be wary of who it is that you give your love to, too, you know? Because you don't know who's going to be using you for things, you know?
I think I recognize some of the mods you might be using. Crescent Worlds.
Crescent Worlds? Oh, are you talking about the stream avatars? Quite a few of them are from Pal World. Can't exactly see which one you have. Yeah, I think the one that your avatar is based off of is yeah, it's a creature from Pal World named Hangyu. Oh, I forgot I had these. Oh, and if you are one of those who uses... Oh.
Graphics mods.
Oh, you mean in the game? I don't use any mods in my game. I'm playing on the PlayStation 5. I can't use mods. But as far as the modifications on my base that you see, the only reason why I have them is because I've been playing for so long. Hold up. Keep going in the wrong.
Crescent Worlds is a mod that improves how planets look in the sky.
Oh, well, that sounds cool, but I don't use anything like that. But the base, the reason why my base is made up of certain pieces that you won't typically see on bases is because I have legacy structures. Yeah. Like, for instance, these on the inside here, they're part of the legacy structures that I built with. So yeah, if you ever see anything like that, the only reason I have them is because I've been playing this game for so long. They let people who, Hello Games let people who have had accounts on No Man's Sky for the longest time keep certain building structures. Certain types, I should say. And I think that's really cool. A lot of games would just erase them from the game entirely, but nope, not Hello Games.
Also, the delay between typing the message and it being read is
Yeah, it's 30 seconds. That's because I don't have a very powerful. I'm not a partner with Twitch or YouTube or anything like that, so I'm not privy to having the benefits that partners typically would, so I'm not able to have a one-for-one stream going. So sad, but it's true. But yeah, another thing I wanted to warn anyone out there looking for love, the one thing I want to warn you about is like using apps and dating apps and stuff like that. Oh god, please don't. Just don't use dating apps. You want to find someone, go out and find them. Because dating apps are like the biggest fucking scam on the planet. Oh my god, they're so phony. I have yet to meet anyone through a dating app. They're just so bad. I mean, I haven't been using them in years, but when I was not able to find anyone. I was able to talk to this one girl, but she was freaking crazy. So it's also like a case of security, you know? Dating apps are very unsecure. So I don't recommend using them at all. They're terrible. All right. Feel like I've said my piece on the whole relationship stuff, so we can call this a day.
I don't mind the delay in streams. The delay can give some breathing room.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it does allow you to actually think about what you're going to say. Or in some cases, if you type something that you don't want the streamer to see, you can immediately delete it without worrying about them seeing it. So yeah, Bryce is right. It gives some breathing room. Because you might accidentally say something that you regret and you don't want to be on the stream forever. So you could just delete it and be like, there we go. Now no one will know. Alright. I'm gonna wrap this up for today. It was a good stream. I'm planning on streaming later on today, but I want to get some lunch and do a couple things around the house.
Jackson Barker the haired fox said, oh, also take whatever those alpha male types say and do the opposite of that.
Oh god, yes, definitely. I didn't even touch on that, but freaking alpha male bro dorks out there that just constantly tell you to do this to get a woman, never listen to them. Oh my god, I fucking hate them. That's the one thing that I worry about the most with raising my nephew, is that he's going to start seeing stuff like that and thinking that's the way that you're supposed to act around women.
Apps, websites, most definitely avoid them. I'd rather use websites to find activities around me and then let things happen naturally.
Yes, exactly, Bryce. That's a good way to look at it too, is like there are conventions and things that you can go to meet people who have similar interests as you, and then things can legitimately flourish from there. But you'll never see stuff like that on dating apps. It's always meet up with me and do these things, or you know, just talk with a person forever, and then it turns out it was some guy trying to scam you or something. You know, there's all kinds of horrible things going on with apps, and like you hear about it online all the time, like people either scamming somebody that thought they were talking with someone online that's not a real person, or like people luring people into suspicious locations, and then either they get mugged or they get taken away forever, you know? So dating apps are very, very suspicious. Do not trust them. But yeah, also to piggyback on what Jack said about the whole alpha male thing, is like, if you're a young kid, I know you probably shouldn't be watching my stream, but if you have like someone young in your life who doesn't really know that much about the world, and you know they're on TikTok or watch YouTube shorts or something like that, please do your best to try and monitor what it is they're watching, because the last thing we need in this world is more of those alpha bro bullshitters trying to convince a young generation that this is the way they're supposed to treat women. Ugh, God, it's just... Just to end this statement, like, I'm glad that the United States government has finally arrested Andrew Tate and that he's finally going to be getting put back into a system. And I've been hearing that he's complaining a lot about prison and stuff, and it just makes me laugh. I'm like, that's what you fucking get. But yeah, it's one thing you should always be aware of when you either have kids or you have people who are young. Like, I work with a couple of young guys, and I feel like they watch stuff like that, like alpha bro stuff. And far be it for me to be their parent and tell them what to watch, but I wish somebody would, you know? Ooh, I gotta get Java back on his... He's about to run out of battery.
Bryce Campbell said he wouldn't want to be exiled to Antarctica.
I hope he's on. Damn it, he got off of it. I'm trying to get you on there, buddy. I don't know. I don't know. He can't stay on the charger well enough. Ah, well. Alright, it's time I wrap things up. I gotta get my lunch. Alright, so I want to thank Jax. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was nice meeting you. And I hope you have a great week. Or a great day. I don't know when it is you're going to tune into the channel again, but regardless, I hope you have a great day. Thank you to Boyd. It was nice meeting you. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you to Ike. It was also nice meeting you. Thank you for stopping by. SJ, it was good to see you again, buddy. I hope you have a great night and sleep easy, dude. Thank you again to High Dragon for following/subscribing. Thank you to Bryce for stopping in and hanging out. It was great to see you, buddy. I hope you have a great day. And I think there was one more person that stopped in. Oh, it doesn't show them. Oh, crap. Right. Francis, who showed up earlier on in the stream. Thank you, Francis, for stopping by and saying hello. It was good to see you, buddy. Oh, 07, yep. Alrighty, everybody, that does it for another day of All Creator Live. I'm probably going to stream again later on, and it'll probably be Power World, because I'm feeling like playing some Power World today. You all have a great day. Sleep easy, stay safe. Don't forget to vote Democrat, and I will see you all later. Good night, everyone.